Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2021 with Rupel. Boom, we're in the January transfer window, we've got no money to spend, so we're not bringing in anybody new. I did show you at the end of last episode 4 players who have technically joined the club in January. We will have a quick look at them in a minute, but today is the Croky Cup semi-final. Both legs against Beveren, where we might be playing Anderlecht if we get to the final. That's going to be a very difficult game if we manage to do that. So since the last episode, I think we've lost another about £600,000 because we are hemorrhaging money extremely fast. Literally £665,000 per month seems to be leaving our coffers. I don't really know why. I do know why. We're well over our wage budget. We've also got some pretty high sort of salaries staff, I think, as well. We're struggling. We're struggling financially. We kind of need to hope that we get European football. So in the last episode I mentioned that we brought in 4 players. A quick look at them. We signed Joseph, I can't be bothered to try and pronounce his surname at the moment, and loaned him out to Katsina United, who I think is back in his native Nigeria. He's getting paid a lot of money, but luckily Katsina United are going to pay all £1,300 a week of it until the end of the season. So we're kind of getting him for free. We're not. We'll still pay for him, but just not yet. Basically, we'll pay for his wages in the summer. Gildo, another player to join from Ceratizino on a free transfer, getting paid £110 a week, so he's getting paid absolutely nothing. He'll sit in the reserves for a season or 2. Felipe, another Brazilian from Ceratizino, signed for free, now playing for Grenoble Foot 38 on a loan deal. He's probably not going to play there, but they said we'll pay his wages, so I thought, you know what, go for it. Actually, no, they're paying most of his wages. We're still paying £35 a week when he's playing. So, you know, we're saving a bit of cash on Felipe. I think he's alright though. And the big one, for £150,000, which is probably where we've lost a big chunk of money, is Joel Sabai, an Ivorian central defender who I think is extremely good. He's played a couple of games for us at the moment and has been extremely bad, but maybe he can change that today when we play Beveren. The 2 games that Sabai has played was against Club Bruges, where we lost 5-2. They scored 4 goals. Their final goal coming in the 89th minute. We did get a penalty from Pacoma Zazua and Mohamed Fai also scoring. And then against a 2-2 draw against Zulte Waregem, it was Mohamed Fai and La Rosa with the goals for us. We conceded very, very late on in this one. Sabai getting a 6.5. Feel like he might have been blamed for that final goal. Beveren then, our opponents today, will play Beerschot as well in the middle. We'll also have the end of the January transfer window. We are currently sat 5th place in the Jupiler League, which is fine, I guess. I don't want to be... I'd rather be in the top 4 than 5th, because 5th means we might get Europe. Top 4 means we probably will get Europe. So we do need to try and climb up a little bit. I think Europe might be the way that we save ourselves financially. The starting lineup then for the Beveren game. It will be Pedra in goal because Andre is currently out injured for a fair amount of time. He's out injured for 6 more days, potentially 3 weeks. He twisted his ankle. He's missed pretty much, I say he's missed pretty much. He's missed the 2 games of this calendar year so far. He's probably going to miss every single game within January. Maybe a little bit of February as well, which is why Pedra is playing. Probably would explain why we also conceded too many goals. It's going to be Vidna, Sabai, Keita and Odi as our back 4. Sabai really needs to put in a performance. I know he's only been in the country for about a week, but I'm hoping he kind of picks up because he's clearly our best central defender. Zazua and La Rosa in the middle of the pitch with Perez, Al-Hilali on the wings, Mohamed Fai and Big OD as our striker. I'm thinking we drop La Rosa and we possibly play Yarmolenko. And that is down to the yellow cards. Let's not even put La Rosa on the bench. Let's go with Yarmolenko in the middle. So we got to this stage last season and we managed to get ourselves through to the final. I can't even remember who we played in the semi-final, but we managed to get there and then lose in the final against Standard Liège. Hopefully this time around we can get past Beveren. Hopefully we're playing the easier opposition. It's Anderlecht or somebody. I think it's Charleroi. So hopefully we're playing Charleroi if we manage to get past Beveren. Probably a big ask of them, though, to get past Anderlecht. Early chance for us. Yarmolenko's corner comes in. A header clear. Yarmolenko's not going to bother chasing that one down, and Beveren now can come forward with the ball down the right-hand side. Salem is going for it. All the way down the right-hand side. Odi is going to go over to face him even. He gets past him, crosses the ball in. Bedia heads the ball just over the bar for Beveren. First chance goes to the boys in yellow, but luckily for us, it goes over the bar. And since that chance, nothing has happened so far. We are nearly half an hour into the game, and Vaslan Beveren. Near said Rupel Boom. Rupel Boom was the name I was going to say. Coming forward with the ball. Bedia into the penalty area again. And it's a great finish from Chris Bedia. He pats his head and rubs his tummy to celebrate. And a lovely forward roll as well. Not ideal. Literally, every match we've played in the last episode and this episode has started with us going a goal down. Every single match. We have won one of them, and I think we drew the other one, so maybe there is something to look forward to. Keita collects this for us. The American plays it back to the Ecuadorian goalkeeper, Pedra. Is it Pedra or Pydra? I think it's Pedra. Pydra sounds a bit weird. Odi with it on the left. Forward to Zazua in the centre circle. Is he going to run, or is he going to play it across to the right-hand side? It's probably El Ali on the right-hand side. Mohamed Faye back to Zazua. Goes across to Perez now. Takes a touch. Big OD back to Zazua. Olivier Douahulu once again with the ball. And Douahulu has finally managed to seal a goal because he has been out of action for quite a while and hasn't scored since probably about October time, maybe even before then. Gets his 8th goal of the season. It's 1-1 against Vaslan Beveren. We're back into the game. Sabai once again is struggling. He's on a 6-4. I don't know what he's doing or not doing, but he is having a bit of a bad time at the moment. I'm pleased with how things are going. I'm going to say, individually to you, I'm going to be outstretched arms. Is that a good thing? Praise. I don't want to praise. Hands together. Hands on teapot. Let's teapot. And we will say, there's a lot more to come from you. A lot more to come from you. Looked inspired and motivated. I think he was already inspired and motivated before I even did that talk. I'm thinking because he's young and he's not from Belgium, we need to try and just get him a little bit of confidence. That's my thoughts. That's why we're trying to be nice to him. Perez and Al Hilali also not playing particularly well either. So it's not just Sabai who's playing poorly. Al Hilali collects it on the right-hand side. We're an hour in. Crosses that ball in. Left-footed. It's cleared. And now Matson can run with the ball forward for Vaslan Beveren. I think that's Sabai. Wonderful tackle from the Ivorian, but it goes straight to another yellow shirt. Salem with Odi there. Odi steals it away. And now we can go forward with a big kick upfield from Yarmolenko to nobody. It's not gone forward. Bedia's got this once again. And Pedra was well off his line. It's 2-1. I'm not sure how they scored a goal from this. I'm not sure because Yarmolenko's ball upfield was wasteful, shall we say. And then we just didn't do much, did we? The ball over there gets into Bedia. And Bedia just slots it past the keeper who should have saved it really. Sabai's on a 6.2. What is going on with Sabai? We're going to bring on... We don't have any centre-backs on the bench. Right, we're going to move Odi over and then we're going to put Gallardi there. Can Odi... I mean, he can play in the centre, can't he? As a libero, apparently. Okay, we'll leave him. We'll leave him for now. We'll just leave him as that. We're also going to do Perez off for Polizzi. It's all of the changes for the moment. We've still got one more to go, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that. Halali or Mohamed Faye might be the ones coming off the pitch. But we are 2-1 down at the moment in the first leg of the Croky Cup semi-final. Matson's corner for Beveren. It's in the back of the net as well. Vukatic makes it 3-1. What is going on? We've stopped performing. We have stopped performing, and it's a bit irritating because I was kind of hoping we could just guide our way into a cup final, maybe get European football that way if we didn't get it through the league, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Al Hilali is on a 6.2 now as well, so he's going to be coming off. We're then going to do Pigott, and we're going to do that. So Faye's going to move over to the right-hand side. Pigott is going to go up front alongside Douahulu, who now becomes the smaller of the two strikers because Pigott is apparently 6'4". Well, that was it then. That was it. Not a very good performance at all. Defensively, we were a bit of a shambles. You can see Yarmolenko gets a 6'3". The substitutes get an average rating of a 6.2 across all three of them. I am not happy. I'm not happy with that. We're going to do hands on hips. We're going to do I'm not happy with your performance. And then I'm going to say individually to Sabai, Yarmolenko, Faye, Hilali, Perez, and Pigott is fine. Polizzi as well can have a little bit of a moan. I'm furious with your performances. Everyone seems demotivated apart from Polizzi. Probably shouldn't do team talks. Well, it seems like in the other semi-final, Anderlecht won their game 2-0. We are obviously 3-1 down. We're going to go forward. Next match we are going to play is actually going to be Beerschot, which we'll do off camera. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways. We haven't won a single game in 2024 just yet, so maybe Beerschot is the team that we can do that against. And then we have the away leg against Vaslan Beveren later on in the episode. Let's go forward. Don't worry, there won't be any transfers, but we'll be back for the 31st of January for the second leg. It's the day of the second leg against Vaslan Beveren, and we've obviously played one more league game, which we won. We beat Beerschot 1-0, thanks to a very unlikely person, and that person was Joel Sabai. So he's played 4 times now for us. 3 of his appearances have been utter garbage. And then against Bittershot, he scored the only goal of the game to give us 3 points. We are still 5th place in the table. It's not looking too bad. We do need to try and get past Beveren because I'd love to play ourselves a second Croky Cup final in as many years. We've also got to play, if we have a look at our fixtures, Anderlecht or Charleroi in our next 2 matches. So what we might do next episode is have a test run of what the final could have been, depending on whether we get there or not, because it could be Anderlecht, it could be Charleroi, it could be us as well. We've got to play Beveren. Let's go forward. The starting lineup then for the second leg of the Croky Cup semi-final. Pedro remains in goal. Weidner, Sio, Sabai and Oddy will be the back 4. Peters and La Rosa will be in the middle of the pitch today. Peters comes in because Zozo is currently injured, and Peters is also making his debut. We'll have a look at him in just a second. Perez and Al Hilali will be on the wings. Faye and Pigott will be the strikers. It's going to be Blackman, Keita, Galadi, Dahuahulu, Gerard, Yarmolenko and Luca Polizzi on the bench. Break. Peters is 16 years old, and I think there's something there. He's not amazing, obviously. He's certainly not amazing, but I think he's pretty good. I've basically just called him up to the first team because if you look, he gets assists for fun for the under-18s. Like, ridiculous. 4 assists in the last game they played. He also got a goal. So I'm hoping that he's just really happy and in really good form. His average rating over his last 5 games is an 8.98. Get away. An 8.98, 2 goals, 9 assists. Just carry it on. Just carry it on, Peters. Just carry it on. Get a goal and an assist, and then you'll be an absolute hero. I have just realised I might be playing Peters the wrong side. He's playing as a box-to-box midfielder for the first team. I can't remember whether he was playing as a DLP for the under-18s or a box-to-box midfielder, but we're going to try him as the box-to-box. Maybe we'll swap him with La Rosa at some point during this match. We are 3-1 down then after the first match. We need to score twice. It's as simple as that. We need to score twice and ideally not concede. But Pedro loves to concede, so it's a bit of a worry. Yakas' goal kick for Beveren is over the halfway line. Matson controls it well. Wallem on the right-hand side. Oddy's there with him. Doesn't manage to stick a foot in. Sabai gets it upfield after his goal in his last match. Mohamed Faye now with the ball. Piggott's behind him. Faye's going to go alone. Or is he? Back to Al Hilali, actually. Al Hilali dodges one tackle, tries to get past another. He kicks it straight into the man who was already on the floor. Wallem, he's cleared it. He's not cleared it very well. Peters, the youngster, 16 years of age, to Perez, to Faye. And Mohamed Faye, after just 8 minutes and 20 seconds, makes it 1-0 to Rupel. Boom, it is 3-2. And it's good to see that Peters was actually involved in this move. Look at him there. He's a tiny human. He's what, 5'4" maybe? Great finish as well from Faye. He's done that all season. Weidner's throw for us towards La Rosa, the Brazilian. Number 7 plays over towards Oddy on the left-hand side. Controls it well into the penalty area. Can he cross it? Is he going to cross it? Of course he's not. He's hit the post and it's gone wide for a goal kick. Why would a left-back do that? Why would a left-back decide, you know what, I'm going to shoot that chance? Weidner's throw goes straight to a Beveren shirt. Peters has nicked this away. Go on, Peters. Crosses it in. Perez on the volley. And Augustin Perez has just scored an absolute worldie, but I'm more excited by the fact that Peters got the assist. It's 2-2, 16 minutes played. Peters is on a 7.0 rating. Have we found ourselves a little talisman? Quite literally, a little talisman. He's 5'1". He is 5'1". That's tiny. That's amazing. I love the fact that he's so small. Matson with a free kick for Beveren. Pedro comes out, holds onto that one well. So the goalkeeper, what's he going to do? Right-hand side has some options. So does the left. Apparently, so does the middle. Pigott heads that ball down. No, he doesn't, but Perez has it anyway. 2 in the middle, 3 in the middle. Perez is possibly going to go it alone. He does go it alone. He doesn't need any support. And Augustin Perez gets his sixth of the season, our 3rd of the game. And now we are in front against Beveren after what was a terrible performance in the first leg. We are doing some absolute ridiculous stuff right now. 25 minutes in, still plenty of football to play. Pigott heads it across to Faye. The tiny Peters is running forward on the right-hand side. Sio back to Sabai, forward to La Rosa. Now Peters in the middle. He's so small they can't even see him. Maybe that's a little trait that he's got. He's literally invisible because he's so small. Perez on the right, who's got 2 goals to his name, to Faye. Faye's effort is straight into Yakas, the goalkeeper. We win ourselves a corner. We are We are looking really, really good. Who's taking this corner? It's Peters as well. Peters' corner comes in. Header clear. It's going to be Weidner to collect this. Peters should stay out on the wing. He doesn't. He's come back inside. The highlight ends. Yakas with the goal kick. Just over half an hour played. Over towards their right-hand side. Sabai heads forward. Al Hilali's not going to get there. Caracedo, Bertone, Wallum. Forward to Bedia, who scored a goal in the opening match. La Rosa's got the ball now thanks to a Sabai tackle. Al Hilali can run into that space on the left. He's cutting into the middle because he's been told to do so. Plays it back to La Rosa. Hits the first man. Plays it back all the way to Oddy. Oddy's going to cross that in. Piggott is there at the front post, and Joe Piggott makes it 4-0. His 5th of the season for the Englishman, playing a lovely season of football in Belgium, which is still a bit surreal to me. Is 4-0. After that first leg, I was not expecting this performance from us. I don't know what's happening in the other match either. I've got no idea. But I'm assuming we're going to be playing against Anderlecht. I've just seen as well, we are 45 minutes in. Obviously, it's half-time, but they have yet to have a single shot, let alone one on target. This is one-way traffic. This is definitely one-way traffic. Let's just do the second half. Oh, when we're seeing the first highlight as well. La Rosa with it to Sabai, Oddy on the left. Now Perez, who starts on the left-hand side apparently, and then will move over to the right and swap with Al Hilali. Peters runs forward with the ball. Al Hilali collects it from Peters. Is it going to be 5? It is going to... It's not 5. It is 5. Caracedo puts that ball in. Thank you very much, my friend. Iago Caracedo makes it 5-0, 30 seconds into the second half. Right, I'm thinking we probably need to look at doing some subs now, just for fitness, I guess. Piggott might be coming off. Perez is having an absolute stormer of a game. Brick Peters is on an 8.0. He is 16 years old. We are going to take off Piggott for Doahulu. That's all we're going to do for the moment. I think we might have a corner. Maybe not. We've got one now. Peters steps up to take it. It's towards Sabai at the front. It goes over Sabai. Peters has it once again. The 5'1" Belgian midfielder. Weidner, edge of the penalty area. He's gone for goal. Yakas has that easily covered. An hour played. 5-0 up on the night. 6-3 on aggregate. What a second leg performance this has been from Rupel. Boom. Wallum plays it through to Bedia. And of course they've scored. We don't keep clean sheets. Chris Bedia gets his 3rd goal of the season. He's scored twice against us, hasn't he? He's scored twice against us. I guess he's like there. Is he like he's a target man with 3 goals to his name? Hold on. He's played how many games? Not many at all. He's actually played. Hold on. Hold on. He's literally scored 3 goals this season. They've all been against us, haven't they? He scored 3 goals all season. They've all been against us in both, basically this entire episode. We're still winning 5-1 and 6-4 on aggregate. Sabai with a free kick. We've still got 23 minutes to go. Plays it off. Weidner, the German, with this ball now. Runs forward with it. Slots it through to Mohamed Faye. Faye goes for goal. Faye makes it 6-1 on the night. 7-4 on aggregate. His 17th goal of the season. He's now a goal away from a hat-trick. I'd love for Perez to get a hat-trick. Perez doesn't score too many goals, so I'd love for him to get a hat-trick. Obviously, I'd love for Breck Peters as well to score himself a goal on his debut at 16 years old. Matson to Caracedo, one of our goal scorers with it on the right-hand side. He's got Peters in front of him, and little Peters has nicked that ball away, finds Perez. Perez is going to go long to big Olivier Dahuahulu. He's gone long as well, tries to find Faye, but can't get it over the defender. Weidner with it, now Seo. We are looking so good. Sometimes, and I've said this before, but sometimes we just play like we are the best team in the world, and that is what we're doing right now. Al Hilali with it, forward to Perez. Is he going to get himself his hat-trick into the area? Perez goes for goal. Yakas makes the save. That could have been the goal, you know. Peters is probably going to go over to take this corner. Is it Peters? It is Peters. Here he goes, steps up. The small child. Seo's there, doesn't get on the end of it. Peters controls it, crosses it in first time. Hits the first man. And Vaslan Beveren clear the ball, but it might be coming back towards them. Weidner, lovely chest it down. Highlight ends. That was in a good position, wasn't it? Right, let's do some more changes. I'm thinking more fitness related now. Oddy's going to come off for Gallardi. I love the fact that Breck Peters is bossing the midfield. He's a 16-year-old who's 5'1", who is bossing the midfield. He can't boss anything. He'll have a struggle getting out of a wet paper bag. I mean, how is this bossing the midfield? He's not even that good, is he? I feel like I should bring him off, but also he's playing so well. Like, he's playing really well. I'm going to keep him on. I'm going to run him into the ground because I feel like he's earned it. I want another goal. I want Peters to get himself a goal on his debut. I don't think it's going to happen. 4 minutes of injury time to play. Beveren obviously have had some shots now and have scored a goal. 4 minutes runs away from us very, very quickly. The full-time whistle goes. It's 6-1, 7-4 on aggregate. Perez gets an 8.8, Faye gets an 8.5, Peters gets an 8.7 rating. I feel like I'm probably the best manager in the world to spot this little lad playing in the under-18s, getting assists for fun, to stick him in the first team, and he puts in a performance like that. He's probably going to play a few more games for us. Just completely ignored the fact that we're also now into a cup final. Again, for a second season in a row. Is it Anderlecht? It is going to be Anderlecht in the final, which is obviously going to be way, way down the pecking order in terms of matches and episodes. It's going to be one of the last ones of the season. But we're going to play Anderlecht in the next episode as a little test run. So there is confirmation that we are playing Anderlecht in the final. We're playing it at... Is this anyone's stadium or is this like the national team stadium? It is. It's the national team stadium, and RU St. Gilles under 21s apparently play there. Fair enough. Why do they play in a 50,000 capacity stadium? So, next episode, what we are going to do is we're going to have that trial run of the Croky Cup final against Anderlecht and also a game against Charleroi. So we're not actually going to play any matches in between episodes. We're just going to go straight into that one. We still need to win some games in the league. Anderlecht are doing very badly. 11th in the table. We should beat them. We should definitely beat Anderlecht. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Rupel Boom or Bust with Rupel Boom, obviously, in Football Manager 2021. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell as well so you get notified whenever the next video is released. I'll be back next time with Anderlecht and Charleroi in the league as a little test run for the Croky Cup final. See you next time.